Welcome to www.mypaseo.life. My name is Tom Hall. I am the webmaster and developer for this community website. And I thought that I would take a few minutes and just share some insight with those of you that might be interested in what went into developing this website and making it the most effective online web presence for our community. And if you have not done so already, when you go to look at this website, you'll see that it's very graphic intensive. There's a lot of beautiful imagery to include this video that you see playing here, which happens to be an MP4 format video. And what I did to try to make sure that the website loads as efficiently as possible is I used a programming technology called JavaScript. And jQuery, to be specifically, is a library of JavaScript. And what I've done is I don't load the images until they come into view. So what you're looking at here of this family, it's a background image, and it's a rather large image. But I don't actually load the image until the user starts to scroll down the page, as well as most of the images that you see throughout the website. They are not actually loaded until they need to be loaded. And the best analogy I could give you of that is think of the internet as a garden hose. And whereas you might take a marble and throw a marble down the garden hose, it's going to go down rather easily. But then when you get to the size of a tennis ball or a bocce ball or even a soccer ball, if you want, trying to squeeze that through that garden hose is going to be a lot more challenging than rolling a marble down it. So you can think of the internet as a garden hose, and you think of all of these images put together as a little ball that you're trying to a little ball or a big ball that you're trying to roll down that garden hose from the internet service provider to your home or office or your mobile phone or what have you. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've used JavaScript to dynamically load the majority of this content. And it's actually worked out quite well. I still have some further enhancements to do to affect or impact the what's called the page speed. But overall, I did a lot of testing, and it seems to be working very, very well. So with that in mind, I'll point out a couple other items here. When you look at this carousel of customer reviews, I keep wanting to say customer reviews because the majority of my clients are small business owners that have customers. So I have to get in the practice of saying resident reviews in discussing this particular website. But when you look at this carousel and you look at the reviews of different residents, here's Jennifer Grant, the lovely Jennifer Grant. And then here is Andrea Stevens, and you've got Tony Coy, et cetera, et cetera. And then there is Patty Stanton with her husband. And then you also have, there's myself. You see, there's a video of myself. And the resident reviews section can facilitate, you can have a video review, a couple talking about their life in Paseo. You can have a picture, as well as you can have an audio file. So we could set up a phone, we could set up a device or a system such that people could call in and leave a voice review. And all of this is intended to put forth the best possible image of Paseo. And ultimately, what that is going to do is it's going to attract the type of individuals that we most want in our community. And the having an effective online presence will go a long way in achieving that. It'll impact our property values because the more people, it's supply and demand. The more people that want to live in a particular place, it's going to drive up demand for living in the community. So that's some of the that is some of the insight into this particular website as far as the front end. Some pages are more graphic intensive than others. You can see here the dining page. The dining page has quite a bit of imagery on it, and you'll notice as you scroll down that the images, I put a very slight 1 second fade in effect on them to give it a very nice subtle look. So you scroll down and you'll see, I don't know if you can see it on this recording, but you'll see that the images, some of the images, they just kind of nicely fade in to the website itself. So that is some of the considerations. And the other thing is, I tried to make this website, in developing the website, I tried to make the website as informative as possible. So individuals this will be their go-to resource for information about what's happening in Paseo, what's on the menu in Paseo, different activities. For example, what's playing at the movie theater at Paseo. And they'll be able to come in here, and if they're thinking of going to the movies this week and they want to see what's playing at the movies, not only can they come and see what's playing, they can watch a very nice preview of the movies as well. So that is the other consideration of this. Now, one of the other things on this website, one of the big questions that I was often asked is, who's going to maintain the website? And the nice thing about this website is that there is a very nice back end to the website. And the back end of the website facilitates all different aspects of managing the website. So you can come into the back end, the administrators can come into the back end if they so choose to do so, and they can add news. So they can come in here and add the latest news. Alternatively, they can come in here and they can edit news. For example, here is an article on the lap pool coming in, and they can add content, they can add a video, a document, et cetera, et cetera. The image gallery is endless potential. You can come in and edit a particular image gallery to include uploading pictures. So here's all the pictures of the Paseo Pooches. And you can come in if you so choose and you want to sort. Maybe you want to sort the pictures into different sort order and what have you. So that's a very nice feature. You can come in and add and edit different information about the recreation. So for example, here is bocce ball. You come in and you can edit all the information about the bocce ball court as well. So the other thing with the website, talking about bocce ball, the other thing that I tried to do was I tried to give this as personal of a feel as possible. And for example, if I come over here to the right now I'm looking at the page content. If I come over here and I go to the recreation page and I click on view, it actually took me to another page, but what I will do is I'll go to mypaseo.life/recreation. And I spent a considerable amount of time, I shouldn't say I should say Patty and I spent a considerable amount of time going through the website and finding very nice imagery for various pages within the website. So for example, right now we're loading a page for volleyball at Paseo, and here momentarily you'll see the page volleyball. You'll notice as you navigate through the website and you're going from one page to another, I also incorporated a very nice transition. So it's a drop down fade in type of a transition on the various pages, and you'll see where it just kind of very nicely drops down. One other thing that I wanted to show you was the consideration that went into making this website as browser and device friendly as possible. I should say operating system and device. So there is a resource called browserstack.com. Browserstack.com, a resource where a developer such as myself can come in and make sure that the website conforms not only to different browsers, but also operating systems and what have you. So here you see, I can test this device on Android systems to include Samsung, Galaxy, Motorola, Amazon, Sony, etc. So if I want to see what this website would look like on a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus using a Chrome browser, I would just click on that and it's going to load a simulator. And this simulator is going to show me what the website would look like. So on cell phones, I opted to not show the video on the page load on the home page. But if I go to my Paseo.life on a Samsung Galaxy 8 Plus, what you'll see is instead of the video loading, I load a nice default graphic and the family. So it says Paseo, Fort Myers, Florida, and you scroll down and there is all the information right there, right at your fingertips on a Samsung device. Now, alternatively, I can come over here and I can switch this and look at this on if I want to, I can come over and go to an iOS, which is Apple, and I can look at this on a tablet using Chrome. So it's connecting on an iPad Air 2 mobile device, a tablet. And if I've done my job, the website should look good on this device here. We'll see as it's loading. This is absolutely an incredible, wonderful resource that's available. So I'm going to come over here and type in www.mypaseo.life. And in just a moment, it should load up. I actually got a deconnect. It was reconnecting. Not sure where these devices are that are used by BrowserStack. They're at various locations throughout the world. So this is what the website would look like on an iPad. You can see, and I scroll down, and everything is nice and neat. The menu, whereas we were just looking at the dining page. If I come down on the somewhere on here, there should be the drop down. There's a little bit of a delay. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay on this. So there it goes. So I will come over here, and here is the navigation, for example, and I might want to go to dining. And here is the dining page on a tablet, and you can see that it displays itself just as it should. There's all the different information about the menus, etc. And over here, they give you different devices that you should test on, like an iPhone 6, etc., etc. Those are the most recommended or most popular devices that you might be looking at. And then one last item of discussion was why did the community, here it is on an iPhone. So one of the big topics of discussion seemed to be about why Paseo needed a new website at all. And the topic, when I joined the communication committee, one of the very first things I thought to do was what I would do with many of my clients, and that is to go to Google. I'm able to here. I would go to Google, for example, and as I'm doing this video, I happen to be in Budapest, Hungary, of all places. But if I would type in, for example, Paseo Fort Myers, which is something that many people would do if they had heard about Fort Myers. So right up here at the top, the very first top 4 entries are advertisements. Fort Myers real estate. Here's another realtor, another one. When you see that many ads at the top, it's usually indicative that it's a popular search. But what you don't see here is you don't see Paseo itself. You don't see our community. So there is a YouTube video which was uploaded by myself years ago, and then you have Trulia on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. Interestingly enough, we do have Facebook up here. It looks like our Facebook page has propagated up to the top. But my goal is to have something like this. When people come here and they type in something like Players Club, Naples, Florida, what you'll see is they, being the Players Club, they pretty much dominate this page. This is their website right here. That is their website. And over here you see another page about them, and then down here you see their Facebook page. So you see they've got quite a bit of dominance insofar as the top of the search result page. And then they also have this area here dialed in as well. So they've got their Google reviews, etc. So this is the direction that I'd like to take the Paseo community website and our overall online web presence. And with that being said, I'm going to say goodbye and hope this was an informative video for those of you that have an interest in our beautiful community.